With Anchor Dog Nell and Vicki and Richard Horowitz, our resident dog behavioral therapists and trainers. Good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
So we're talking about responsible dog ownership because February, you let me know, is Responsible Dog Owner Month.
That's correct.
So let's start with spaying or neutering. It's a big question people have.
It's very important to spay and neuter your dogs. It keeps them healthier. A lot of people will say, well, I'm not really quite sure. The only reason not to spay or neuter your dog is if you're planning on breeding it. But otherwise, it's much healthier for them. And we usually recommend people talk to their vets about it. Some recommend 5 to 6 months. Some recommend longer, depending on the type of dog.
Up to a year, depending on the size of the dog.
All right, and is it important to hold on to the paperwork? As
It
we
is.
discovered, I threw it away.
It is, because in the state of Connecticut, you're required to have your dog licensed once they're 6 months of age. And one of the things they ask for is the paperwork to see if your dog has been spayed or neutered, because it's considerably less if they are.
Okay. Next tip for responsible ownership.
Going to a vet, very important for your dogs to be healthy. So it's very important that you find a vet when you get a dog and you take them for annual checkups and have them seen and looked at to make sure they're physically and mentally healthy. So it's a very important thing.
And anything in particular in the state of Connecticut that we should be aware of as dog ownerships in terms of care or medicines that they should be on?
Well, actually, they have to have their inoculations, rabies shots, distemper shots, and things like that, especially if you're going to bring your dog to doggy daycare or even the groomer. They should have the full sets of shots.
And how about microchipping? Last year, we were out for a walk and saw a stray dog and actually were able to reunite it with its owner because it was microchipped. She's microchipped.
Yes.
Do you recommend every dog be?
Yes, we do recommend every dog be microchipped, as well as licensed, so that on their tags they have their license, their rabies shots, inoculations, so they're up to date, and whether you have an identification tag that can also be on there, so that if they are found and people don't have access to a microchip machine, they can still identify who the owners are.
So you say that they should have all of those on their
On
dog
their
tag.
tags,
Yes.
correct.
Is there one that kind of carries all that information?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
I
Okay.
assume they will be
They will
someday.
be soon on the
Yeah.
market.
Yes.
All right, how about exercising?
All right. Well, exercise is very important.
Nell's favorite
yes, Nell
belonging.
loves toys. There's lots of ways of exercising our dogs. The wintertime, which we've talked about in the past, can be more of a challenge. But if you have a dog that likes to play fetch, then you want to have toys that could entertain them and you can play with them. But the other really important thing is people have to just spend time with their dogs. It's a responsibility to have a dog and not give them any kind of attention, and playing with them or giving them love and attention is really important as far as being a responsible dog owner.
All right, great. And so you guys are going to stick around for the 6 o'clock
We are.
hour. We're going to talk lots of other responsible dog ownership tips, including how to safely travel with the dog. So stay with us.